am Mensa. I post a game every day until I reach 500 elo. I am currently rated 433. Okay, so we're going to get into this. Oh, it's saying it's the slab. It's just, I see it as the Carocon. Okay, so I take, you have nothing to take it back with. And you have that there. So I'd also have taken the pawn here. And now I have to watch for a few other things here. Their knight is attacking that pawn there, and I have to defend it. I take, they take, I take. They could take with their queen, and then I just take their queen. So, take. They have their knight. Okay, so we gotta watch that. I take. Okay. So, I'm gonna get this bishop brought up to here. And we're gonna consider trying to get this pawn moved. So now they're gonna put me in check. So if I put my knight there, I usually like to have my bishop there, and then it's attacking that, though. This here is a little bit of a problem, and I don't want just to, I need that square for my knight. And, I'm gonna do this. I know it's not usually how I want to do things, but, I'm gonna have to get this pawn up so that my bishop can come up. And I have to watch that. Because right now, if I take it, they take back. And they have their knight there. So we're going to get this bishop coming out and start doing some things with that. If I take, they would be taking back with their knight, and I would have to take back with my knight. So I'm also attacking that pawn again, so they have to do something about that. This bishop is going to get moved so that I can get castled and take the pin off my knight here. So they are now moving to there. Okay, so that bishop is attacked once and protected once. This is also something that the knight is looking at. So if I think about continuing my development, because if I take that right now with my bishop and they take me, I would take them back. I also have my pawn there. So feel like I like that. Protected by the pawn. They're castling. And I'm also looking here, and my bishop can come up here and put him in check. So if that happens, would he go over here? Would he put something in the way? What would he put in the way? He would have to put that bishop in the way. And that is not, okay, that's not a problem. So we're gonna, everything is happening a little bit different than I'm used to. But sometimes can be interesting. So it is where I'm up +2. Let's just avoid losing any material that's protected. But the knight is pinned, so what has to happen is I take the pin off that knight first. Okay, so now my queen, oh, I put it here. Is there a way it can be attacked? I want my rooks to be connected. If I put my queen right here behind the bishop and they take that, I can take it back. So I'm going to bring my queen right here. And I have both my queen and my bishop just looking right up that file there, and it's right to the king. So my rooks can go on this file and this file. This one here has the queen at the very end of it, so I really like that for the king rook. And we'll figure out if we're going to have our... Okay. So now I have to take back with the knight. Okay. So still showing me up +2, and I can get my knight right back there. So with my queen and my bishop looking right up to the king side here, and we can focus a lot in there. That knight is now, well, they're looking here. The queen can come in at any point, and I really don't like that. So maybe a thing to do would be to push pawn and attack the knight where it is. So if I do this pawn here, takes defense off of this one while I have the bishop defending it actually, but still. And if I do this one here, I kind of like that as a better option. So now their knight has to get moved someplace else, and if they go here, my bishop can take it, and here my bishop can take it. So if I take that, then they have their other knight there. And I'm up +2, so I would like to take more material off. And they have undeveloped bishop and rook here. So they take back. No, they don't. What do they do? They're taking that with their queen. So I can now attack their queen. She's looking at a few places, but that's not very very threatening. I can actually get my rook here and attack the queen. It's now going to have to get out of dodge. So I'm still up +2, and they're going up there. Okay, so now if I could get a massive rook something. If I put my rook here, okay, if I could put it right here, it's protected by the bishop, and I can get the other one in behind it. So that knight is attacking that bishop, and it is undefended. So I have to, perhaps I will bring it back here then, and it will be attacking the queen. And it's protected by the queen. Because you can't sit there and just get taken. And their queen can't just sit where it is and be taken. If they take this, I just take it, so that's no problem. And don't see other things that the queen is exactly attacking right where it is, so we will have to see what happens with that. My queen is protected. Now they're going over here. So if I bring which bishop, I could get a rook up here, which would be attacking the actual knight, which is defended anyway. So if I go there, then the knight takes it. So no. Queen is looking at this as well. So if I take this pawn and push it, I don't really like to disrupt all of that. My bishop can come here, which would be attacking the queen, and if they decide to take with their rook, well, my queen is there, but that's not enough. Okay, so I really have a pawn majority, but not a piece. Like, I didn't win a piece, I just won pawns. So what I do need to have happen here is to try to get my rooks doubled. So if I choose to go here, it's protected by the bishop and not attacked by anything, and then I can bring my other rook. So I'm just continuously attacking their queen, and it is causing their queen to always have to be moved. So they're coming there. So if I now just decide to exchange, because I do want to continue to take things off, then their bishop is one thing that can get in there. So I think taking that active rook off is good. And now they might, okay, they didn't develop their bishop yet. So now my bishop is looking right up in there. This bishop, if he could have something behind his, everything would be good. So it looks like I'm up +2. We have each a rook. I have both bishops, and he has a knight and a bishop. So now we want to try to. This is undefended. I like how my bishop and queen look up there, but if I put my bishop to attack that, And then they could just push a pawn, and my bishop could come here, but it won't be defended, so that isn't so much of an option. So we're going to actually bring our rook over. I think I'll bring it to this spot here, because now it can get up there and cause a little bit of problem. So now the queen is going there, which is looking down here, and okay. And I can do the same thing with my rook now and attack the queen. So now, so I have my rook on the open file while they are still undeveloped by their queen or by their rook, and now, well, now their bishop is coming out. So if I take, obviously that's no good. If I come here with my queen, it backs that up. And if I go exactly where, that it is not looking at anything over here. And if I bring this pawn up to here, does that actually mean that the queen, well, where can she go here? She can go to a few places. It's not like she's trapped. And I can't bring my knight there. Okay, so my rook, I mean. So I'm really feeling like I'd like to push this pawn here. And I'll be attacking the queen. I have to watch. This is actually stopping the bishop from doing anything. So if I can stay on the, the black squares defended like that, that's very good. And obviously, right now, queen moves here if it wants to keep protecting that. Okay, and then they're going down there. So if I take that right now, there's nothing to take me back. The queen has no defense if she can't just get in there and do anything. So we're going to take that bishop. So now it's showing up +5. So they put me in check. And if I have to go there, right? Because there is nothing to put in front. King has to go over here. And everything over here is protected. They are now forking the queen and the rook, though my bishop can take the knight and attack the queen. So they take that, and so now we still have our queen and bishop looking right up his king side. So if I come in with my bishop right here, or even I come with my rook right there, it's not putting him in check, but it is threatening that pawn. And do this. That's kind of trapping his king. And I have to watch his rook from doing anything with his queen. Obviously, the queen can't just take that. I have my rook defending it. And Everything has to be defending one another, and then it works out. So if I put him in check, then I just lose my rook. And then we will go with our rook to, or our bishop, I should say, to here, and I'll be attacking that bishop. And the queen is making sure everything is okay, so we will do that. So I am still up +4 at the moment. I have a lot of pieces going into their king here, and their rook has to pretty much babysit there. My queen can come and take this pawn. And so if I go check with my rook, then they have to move because there's nothing can get in between. And then what can my queen do? Or my bishop? So we're gonna go check. Okay, so they have to move their king, I believe. Now, if I go to here with my bishop, I put them in check, but they have to come over here. Check. And then my queen will have to get into that. So they obviously have to do that. Now my queen can come here. And okay, that won't be anywhere. Can't go there. So I will go here. Nothing can take. Checkmate. Okay, so I didn't want to declare it was checkmate because I was looking at where the king could go, but I was not positive. So that was a really good game. Thanks for watching, and bye.